Hello everyone, this is Athar Vashne, and in this video I will tell you some advanced concepts of creating a Chrome extension such as background pages and content scripts. In my previous video I told you some basic concepts about creating a Chrome extension, so let's get started. So for creating any Chrome extension we need one file which is manifest.json. As we know, manifest. Now in here, first of all, we will give the name of our Chrome extension like so. So I'm going to give it tab timer, and I will give description for my Chrome extension, something like that. Description of my extension. Now next thing is the version of your extension. So I'm going to give it as 0.0.1. Whenever you update your Chrome extension and upload it again on your uh, Chrome Web Store, then you need to update this version as well. The next thing is very important, which is manifest version. Manifest underscore version. Now this will be 3. In my previous video, I used manifest version as 2 because now manifest version 2 is outdated and manifest version 3 is very good. So I'm going to use that in this video. There are not major changes in both of them, but I will make a migration video as well after some videos. Now the next thing is actions. So in manifest version 2 we use browser action, but in manifest version 3 we just use action, and in here we will define a lot of things such as default default pop-up, and this will be the in the HTML file which you want to display in the form of pop-up. So I'm going to give the path as popup.html. So I'm going to create that in a second. Now the next thing is you can add some icons in it, but I'm not going to add some icons for this video as I'm going to keep this video simple. So you can just type default icons and then give all your icons in here, but I'm not going to show that. Now next thing is permission, something like that. So permissions are the permissions that you need for this Chrome extension. So I will use only one permission, two permissions for this video, such as scripting and tabs. So I will take use of both of these permissions in this video. Now the next thing is creating popup.html. So I'll keep this popup.html. I will keep this popup.html simple. So I will just give a paragraph tag and put welcome to my extension. That's it for popup.html. Now next thing I will create content script.js. Now the main video of this and the main part of this video comes in the content script and background scripts. So before understanding content scripts and background scripts, first let us upload this Chrome extension locally on our Chrome. So for that, just click on these top right three dots, then click on more tools, then extensions. Now your extensions page will open. This may happen that your developer mode may be not on enabled, so you just need to go top right over here and click it so that developer mode will be enabled. Now these three options will appear when when you enable the developer mode. Now you just have to click on load unpacked and then select the folder of your Chrome extension. So I've selected my folder and just click select folder. Now you can see that the name of my Chrome extension appears over here and the version of it appears over here and the description. I have not uploaded any icon, so I am not currently seeing any icon. This is the default icon which Chrome adds in when you do not upload any icon. So now our Chrome extension is successfully uploaded locally on a Chrome. Now just for checking, let me click on the pop-up. See, we have welcome to my extension which I added in the popup.html. Now next thing is understanding content scripts and background scripts. Content scripts are the file which every whenever you open a new tab, this gets injected. You can control the behavior of content script, like when to inject, like if the tab is not necessary, if the tab does not needs content script, then you will not add content script in there. That I will tell you two methods of injecting content script into the tab, one from the manifest.json and one from the background page. So for injecting content scripts from the manifest.json, you just need to give something like content scripts over here. This will be an array, and inside this we will have something like this, and in this object we will have matches as all URLs. When you want to inject my content script into all URLs, each and every tab, then you can write something like that. Otherwise you can write some URLs or particular URLs in which you want to inject the content script. Now, the next thing is JS. This will be the file of the content script which you want to inject. So in my case it is content script, which content script.js, which I have named my file. Now that's it for injecting content script from manifest.json. Now to test this, I'll just write a simple command over here, console.log working. So whenever this manifest.json will inject the content script, then I will know as content script file will console.log working in that tab. So let us reload our extension from here and open a new tab or a URL. Now when I inspect in the console, I get working. As you can see over here, this is from contentscript.js. So now we know that manifest.json is injecting the content script into the tab, and we have make sure it is injecting by logging to the console working. We can see that it has a console.log working over here. We can do a lot of things from content script, such as creating an element. So let us write document.body.append child. Now in here we can create a text node, and with the text hello everyone, something like that. And now reload our extension. Let me close all these, reload my extension and create a new tab, type any website. See, I get hello everyone, welcome to my extension right here, as you append it to the body, something like that. So now you can do a lot of things from content scripts. You have the access to the console of that web page. You can do anything. You can change style of this, write something over here, anything. You can even change this whole page, something like document.body.inner html is equals to hello, and now reload my extension and open a new page. So I get hello over here. Now the body replaces with the hello over here. We saw how to inject content scripts from the manifest.json. Now we will see how to inject this with the help of background page. So first let us understand what is a background page. Background page is runs only once, and it controls each and every content script and everything about the Chrome extension on your device. You can understand it by the example of like the Chrome extension is the website, and the background script or the service worker is the backend of your website. It controls each and every node and everything about your Chrome extension. So for registering your background page, first in the manifest.json, we need to write background, and inside of this we will give service worker, service service underscore worker as the link or the path of our background page, which in my case is background page.js. Now I will create this JavaScript file. Now we have successfully registered our background page or service worker inside of our application. Let me remove this content script, as we will inject this from the background page and reload my website, I mean extension. Now you can see that it shows a new option, inspect views service worker inactive. As my service worker is not doing anything, that's why it is saying inactive. Now you can see the console of that JavaScript file by clicking on this service worker inactive. As it is inactive, so now I cannot see, but what we can do is we can console.log anything, something like, and reload our extension again. Now it does not, you can see it does not shows inactive over here, as our service worker is doing something. It is consoling.log the hello. Now when you click on this, it shows the console of the service worker or the background page. See, you get hello from this JavaScript file. Now you can do a lot of things from background page as well, something like injecting content script from the background page. Now let us see how to inject content script from the background page. Uh, Previously we saw how to inject from manifest.json. So let us continue injecting content script from the background page. So now for injecting content script from the background page, first let us write chrome.tabs.on activated dot add listener. I will explain this line in a second. First let me write it. Use an arrow function. This will take time. See, now this line says chrome.tabs.on activated. Whenever a new tab is activated, or whenever you take the focus of your tab to another tab, something like this is a new tab, and when I move over this extensions tab, so this tab is now activated and this is not activated, so it will give the information of this tab. And whenever a new tab is activated, add a listener to it. This listener will listen and give me a tab as the data, and let us check what is this data by consoling.log it. Now let me reload and take the focus to a new tab, and now check the service worker console. I get two objects as I changed this the as I changed the focus to two tabs. First from the new tab, and then from the new tab to extensions. Let us check. So this object has two values, tab ID and window ID. Tab ID is the ID of that tab, and window ID is the ID of the window in which that tab is open. For example, if you have multiple windows open up for your Chrome, it will have different IDs of the window ID in the tab open in that window. So to fetch each and every detail of this tab, we need to type a command known as chrome.tabs.get. Chrome.tabs.get will take two values. First is the ID of the tab which you want to get the information of. So I will give tab ID, as we get the tab ID of the current tab as tab ID in this object. So I give tab ID in the chrome.tabs.get. Now the next parameter will be a function which will be an arrow function, and this will get some data. So I'm going to name it current tab data, current tab data, like that. And after fetching, I will console.log it current tab data. Now again go on the extensions page and reload, and take the focus to a new tab. It says current tab data not defined. Okay, the C is capital of this current tab data. Sorry. Again reload it, and let me open a new service worker console and take the focus to a new tab. See, I get each and every information of this tab. Previously, I was getting only tab ID and window ID. So let us console.log it as well. Console.log tab. Now reload and take the focus to another tab. Console.log and open it. First, I need to reload my extension and then open a service worker. Take the focus to a new tab. See, first I get only tab ID and window ID from this console.log, which gets on activated. And for taking each and every information of that tab, I wrote chrome.tabs.get. Now, after getting the each and every information of that tab, what I will do is check whether the tab is a Chrome new tab or some URL. So for that, I will write an if statement. If current tab data dot URL, as over here inside each and every information which I get, I have a parameter named as URL. You can see that this tab is a new tab of Chrome, a default new tab. So I get the URL of it as Chrome // new tab. So I will check if current tab data dot URL is not equal to Chrome new tab, so Chrome // new tab, and then slash, something like that. So now I have added an if statement checking whether the current tab is a Chrome new tab or not. If it is a not Chrome new tab, I want to inject the content script into it. Now for injecting content script into this from the background page, I will type chrome.scripting.execute script. Now the target will be this current tab data.id, current tab data.id, and the file which I want to inject is contentscript.js, contentscript.js. Now I will save this and reload my Chrome extension, open the service worker, and take the focus to a new tab. Now you can see that this new tab page is of Chrome, so it is not injecting that script into it. Now if I go to google.com and take the focus again to it, it should inject. Okay, so I get this error cannot access contents of URL google.com as I have not accessed the permission of that. For that, in manifest.json, you just need to grab that permission as host underscore permission, host permissions. And inside this, I will take some host permissions like https://google.com, like that. Now if I reload my extension and go to google.com, see, I get that content script is injected into this page. Now when I open a new tab of this Chrome, it will not inject. Whenever I open Chrome google.com, www.google.com, it will inject. Now whenever I update this, for example, if I open a new tab and open google.com, it is not injecting because I am not listening for on updated. I am listening for on activated. Now whenever a new tab is changed, it is not accessing the data of the changed tab. Whenever I whenever I activate any tab, then I get the data. For example, now I get that because now I have activated it after updating it. So we can change it, change this chrome.tabs.on activated by chrome.tabs.on updated, but I'm not going to show it now. In later, but later I will show it. Now I have injected the content script from background page. Now what else we can do is the connection between content script and background page. Content script can send data to background page and background page can also send data to content script. Now let us see how messaging works between both of them. Now for sending messages, what we can do is go on the content script.js. In here I will type chrome.runtime runtime dot send message, and this will take two parameters. One will be the message itself, which I will give as hello background page, and the next argument will be the response for that response. This will be a function which will take response, and I will console.log the response, like that. So now over here I am sending the message to the background page on the current time run chrome.runtime.send message, and the message is hello background page, and whenever background page responds to this message, the response will come over here in this function, and I will console.log the response. Now to check if any message is coming to the background page, what we write is chrome.runtime.onMessage dot add listener. Now I will get three things, which is the sorry, message, and the sender, and the last thing is send response. This is a function. Now I will just console.log some data, which is message and console.log dot log the sender, and at the end I will send a response as hi. That's it. Now let us reload our extension and open my service worker. Let us inject the content script google.com. Now the script is injected and I get hello background page. This is the message which I console.log over here, console.log message. I get this as the message, and the second thing is the sender. I get this information about the sender, the origin, the URL, and the complete information of that tab. This is the complete information of that tab. And at the end, I sent a response. So let us check the console of this as over here in the content script. Whenever a response comes, I will console.log. That will be logged to the console of that tab, of that tab where the message is sent, the response is sent. See, I get hi. From the content script, I get hi as a response which I send from background page. So till now what we saw was sending message from the content script and receiving that message in the background page. But now what we will do is send the message from the background page and the content script should receive that message. So for doing so, what we will do is just simply send message after injecting that script. But before that, we got this error over here, cannot access Chrome URL. So this error is because in the extension, we cannot access the Chrome URL unless and until we have involved that in our permissions. So first we need the permission for accessing the Chrome URL, then only we can access that. So for removing that, what I will do is I will inject the script only when the tab URL is google.com, https://www.google.com. So whenever the URL is this, then only inject the script. Now this should solve our errors. Let me reload and open a new service worker like that. Open a new Google tab. See, now the error is removed. Now let us send message from the background page. So for that, what I will do is send the message just after injecting the content script. So I will wait 2 seconds and then send the message because injecting the script takes a little bit time, like 500 milliseconds or 1 second. So I will take a 2 second timeout, set timeout of 2 seconds, which will be like now inside here 2000 millisecond. Now inside here over here to send messages, it is the same process like that. I will just copy and paste it over here. And remember, sending messages from the content script takes chrome.runtime.send message. But while sending from the background page, we need to type over here chrome.tabs.send message. And chrome.tabs.send message, the first argument will be the tab ID. So tab ID will come over from here, tab.tab ID, like that. Now the first argument will be tab.tab ID. Second argument will be the message, which I will say, hey, I have injected you tab. Now I will also give the tab ID in here, like tab.tab ID. Okay, so I've typed the message, which is, hey, I've injected you tab, and the tab ID will be also concatenated with it. And the third argument will be the response, which it will console.log. Now this whole thing will run after 2 seconds, as I've mentioned before. Now let us save, and in the content script we will listen for that. So for listening, it is the exact same code. We'll copy and paste, and I will send the response as thank you, thank you, like that. So what our code will do is it will send a message after 2 seconds injecting the script, and the content script after receiving that message will send a response thank you, and our background page will console.log that thank you. So now let us reload our extension and our service worker. Open a Google tab. See, after 2 seconds I get thank you, and if I open a console of this tab, I should get, hey, I've injected you tab 93, like that. And this is the sender ID, the ID of the background page, and the origin is null for the background page. So that's it for this messaging part. We have seen sending messages from the background page and receiving the content script, and sending from the content script and listening in the background page. So that's it for the messaging. Now let us move on. Now there are a lot of methods like chrome.tabs.on activated. When we use on the background page, we have chrome.tabs.on updated, on created, on deleted. There are a lot of methods, so I will not show all of them. But what you can do is simply go over here and type Chrome extension docs, and this first link will appear, Chrome developers extensions. This is the documentation of Chrome extension. What you can do is search, just search over here like chrome.tabs, and just click on this documentation link, and this whole documentation appears over here. See, we have a lot of methods like I showed before also, and see, I have a lot of events on activated, on active changed, on created, on detached, a lot of them. So I've just shown one of them, chrome.tabs.onActivated, and I've even shown you this chrome.tabs.send message. So that's it for this video. Hope you like this video, and my next video and my some of the next videos will be on some projects with these. My next video probably will be an project with tab timer, which is a productivity tool. So that's it for this video. I hope you like this video. Thank you.